Welcome into our live audience here on the Fighting Saints Network, brought to you by Point S Tire and Auto Service. I'm Daniel Sally, bringing you the call with my good friend, the Hall of Famer, Coach Gary Turcotte. Gary, welcome in. We got a good one here ahead of us tonight.
Well, Warner Pacific over the years has kind of been up and down, and they get a lot of bounce backs out there in Oregon. They get some Division I guys that bump down, and they got after Rocky Mountain.
At the rock pile.
At the rock pile. They had them down 18, and then Rocky, I think, cut it to 10 or 8 or 10. But they're going to have to be Carroll's going to have their A game, I think, ready to go tonight against these guys.
And we know how tough of a place Rocky can be to win at. Obviously, your good friend Bill Drykosen does a really good job coaching that team as well. So an impressive win to go on the road last night and get a win over a tough Rocky team.
Well, it is. It is a tough place to win. And Billy Drykosen's been there now. I think he's coming on to about, pretty close to 20 years that Billy's been there. And just has done a great job over the years. Won a national championship there. The only Frontier Conference coach ever to do it.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for Warner Pacific, marked them on your roster there for you, Gary. Starting at guard is senior out of Los Angeles, California, Isaac Etter. Also at guard is sophomore out of Burbank, California, number 3, Tyrese Yusuf Willis. At forward, a senior out of Juneau, Alaska, number 13, Caleb Tompkins. Starting at center, a senior out of L.A., California, number 21, Christian Hodge. And rounding it out of forward, 6'8", out of Sandy, Oregon, number 33, Miles Brown. Jermaine Potts, the head coach of the Knights in his second year at the helm. And looking at the starters for Carroll, it's our usual 5. At guard, number 5 out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, that's Guy Pedra. Also out there at forward, number 12, a 6'7" junior out of Rancho Cucamonga, Ifani Okeke. Playing forward, the preseason pick for league MVP, number 21, Jovan Slivanikinen. Playing point guard, Mr. Steady Eddie himself, the guard out of Spokane, Washington, Shamrock Campbell. Also out there at the 5, a forward out of Castle Rock, Colorado, number 32, Brendan Temple. This 5's been pretty consistent through 4 games. Carroll 4-0 in year 4 under Coach Curtis Paulson. And Coach Turcotte, Kurt's done a great job thus far with his program.
Well, he really has. And what you'll see is a real contrast in styles of recruiting. Just looking at Warner Pacific's starting roster, 4 out of 5 of their starters are junior college transfers. So that's one common way that it's done in the NAI. Carroll, on the other hand, every one of them are high school recruits, 4-year guys.
And what did Kurt tell us last year? He said, "This is why I have gray hairs at 38 from recruiting freshmen," I believe was the line he gave us. So
that's a good line.
Freshmen are turning into veterans, though, and he's got a very seasoned team. As Carroll wins the tip, they'll start off with the ball in their new home white uniforms. Guy Pedra at the top hands it over to Shamrock Campbell near side. Ifani Okeke looking for Shamrock, hits out of bounds. A little miscommunication there on offense for the Saints. Turnover, and the ball will go to the Knights. Taking the ball up is Tyrese Yusuf Willis, 5'10" sophomore out of Burbank, California. The Knights get it to the top. It's Etter with the ball now.
Serious crossover moves by Etter.
And
he throws it away.
Yeah.
But he's got a big-time crossover. I saw that. Kind of a double crossover.
Well, they must have saw that in the scouting report because Ifani's out there guarding
Yeah.
him. And sometimes for a crossover like that, you need a big wingspan.
And they're going to try to keep the ball out of Shamrock's hands, and we've seen that already this year. That's kind of a common thing that people are trying to do.
There's Campbell getting a touch on the near side wing. Posting up his Temple on the low block. Now Baby Hook with his right, no good. Rebound brought down that time by Christian Hodge. And here comes Yusuf Willis up the court, on the wing. Passes it up top. Isaac Etter with the ball. Back to Yusuf Willis. Slivanikinen playing defense. They go down low to Miles Brown. Brown with Campbell on him. Dumps it off to the high post. Mid-range. Jay up and good for Christian Hodge. Campbell will take it up for the Saints, and they got Yusuf Willis picking him up about 3/4, Gary.
Yeah, and now he'll probably face guard him and try not to let him get it back.
We know Sham can be as dangerous off the ball as he is with the ball in his hands. Campbell to the low block. Temple again. Fakes the pass, faces up, turns back around, goes up with his left, can't get it to fall. Scrum for the offensive rebound. Okeke comes up with it.
And those are two good moves by Temple already. He missed them, but I like the move.
Mid-range J, Ifeanyi Okeke, it's good. Saints are on the board 2-2 here in the first half. 18 minutes to go. Yusuf Willis running the point. On the wing. Tries to get by Campbell. Puts up a shot off the glass, and it's good.
That's a great drive there, just explosive quickness.
Got the foul as well. That'll be Campbell's first of the ball game. Yusuf Willis will shoot a free throw.
Geez, there's an awful lot of California kids on this roster.
Yes. When you're in Oregon, I mean, that's your backyard pretty much. Free throw up and good for Yusuf Willis.
Some of these guys I would bet Ifeanyi Okeke played against, the Los Angeles guys.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good basketball down there. Maybe Andrew Cook as well.
Yeah.
Slivanikinen up top, off the dribble. Pedra up top, shoots the three, and it's good. Guy Pedra from downtown. It's a lot of off-season work that goes into that jump shot.
Well, I like to see him take it. You know, he needs to be more aggressive, and he just didn't hesitate there.
Yusuf Willis up top, drives, pump fakes, and he picks that foot up. That's a travel. But going back to Guy, Gary, I mean, my favorite story is back in the spring, I got back from working a softball game, and it also happened to be softball weekend here at Carroll. And, you know, everyone's out playing softball and getting into the festivities that come along with softball weekend. And I'm in my office, and I hear the ball bouncing. I come in, and Guy's in here, empty gym, just by himself, working on his handle, working on his jumper. It's the kind of guy he is. Okeke posting up, low block, turnaround, and it's good. Ifeanyi with a couple buckets early on here. Saints jump out to a 7-5 lead.
Boy, he's got his head up. He just looks so confident, and he has improved a lot from a year ago. He was already pretty good.
I mean, when you got a guy who can already guard positions 1 through 5 on defense, you add that jumper to his game, he's going to be a problem. Shot up and good from Isaac Eder.
Good move by Eder, a little middle game there. He really exploded up. That's tough to get the ball up over Ifeanyi like he did.
Campbell running point. Gets it to Slivanikinen. He hands it back off to Campbell. Pedra on the drive. Goes up with it, loses it. It's turned over. Coming up with the steal is Christian Hodge. Miles Brown driving to the hoop, puts up a shot, and it's blocked out of bounds by Slivanikinen, and Warner Pacific will keep it on the baseline. Inbounding from the baseline is Yusuf Willis, three-pointer up, and that one is no good. It looked like it went in for a second, but just short. Hit the net, but just short out of bounds. Carroll will get the ball back. Campbell, cross half court. They got Yusuf Willis picking him up, and he's stingy. He's not letting him breathe. Campbell gets it inside, drives off the glass. Ooh, just a little off there. Hit off the glass and kicked out off the rim. Yusuf Willis up top, passes it out to Eder, who will set up the offense. Pull up three. No good. Rebound Slivanikinen. Here comes Slivanikinen up the court. Gets a screen from Temple, drives the lane, and a foul will be called. So Jovan will go to the line and shoot two.
And Jovan hasn't been able to get much involved in the offense, and it's good to see him that time. He just took it on himself.
Well, as Slivanikinen steps the line, Carroll Athletics would like to thank our corporate champions for their incredible support of Saints Athletics and our student athletes. Ascent Bank, Bill Roberts Golf Course, Bowser's Lucky Dog and Copper Club Casinos, Delta Dental, First Interstate Bank, First Montana Bank, and the Helena Independent Record. Free throw up is good from Slivanikinen. Also KXL HKTVH, Lithia Motors, Opportunity Bank, Pepsi of Helena, Payne West Insurance, Placer Motors, Point S Tire and Auto, who's the sponsor of the Fighting Saints Network, Rocky Mountain Credit Union, Stockman Bank, U.S. Bank, and Valley Bank. It's a long list there, Gary.
A lot of sponsors, people supporting the program. We appreciate it.
We do. We do. Free throw up and good for Slivanikinen. 9-7. Saints in the driver's seat here. 15 minutes to go, about 15-18 on the clock here in the first half. Up top with the ball is Drew Megaway, who just checked in. Steal from Okeke. He drives. He's going to pull it back out now. Looking for a cutting Maraku's Lockett, who just checked in alongside Johnny Hillman. Slivanikinen has it now top of the key. Hillman back to the wing. It's Campbell. Up top, Slivanikinen. Slivanikinen crosses over, drives the lane, spin move, puts it up with his left, and it's good.
And coming back to his right, though, and that's what he has to be able to score, to be able to come back to his right. That time he shot it with his left hand, but against bigger defenders, he's going to have to shoot it with that right hand, and he can.
A lot of work's gone into those post moves by Jovan.
Yep.
He's got a million ways he can score it. Megaway with the ball, he passes it to the wing. Yusuf Willis drives, loses control, foul called.
And that's 2 on Sham, and I don't know about that one, but there was contact, but that's 2 on Sham. And now Cook is going to come in. This is a freshman. He's going to come in and play the point. And I don't think he was recruited as a point, but he did
a lot of it in high school.
Did he? He's just a very good basketball player. And
6'4", and he can handle it.
Yeah.
Ball's loose. Okeke looking to get the steal, but Warner Pacific comes up with it. It'll be Yusuf Willis far side, setting up the offense. Shot clock down under 10 seconds now at 9. Yusuf Willis comes off the ball screen, puts it up with his right, no good. Rebound by Murat there. He gets it out to Jovan, and Jovan will take it up the court. Here's Andrew Cook setting up the offense, like you said, coming in and playing a little point. Okeke on the elbow. Hand off Slivanikinen. Driving with the left, there's Jovan, puts it up with his left, goes for the rebound. A lot of knocking around down there, and Warner Pacific cannot keep it inbound, so Carroll will keep it. Temple will check in for the Saints, but we got a media timeout called. Gary, let's keep it here because I want to talk about something that happened today in Carroll Athletics and down in Dillon earlier this morning. I actually got to make the trip and watch our cross-country teams win the conference championship, both the men and the women, so tip of the cap to them. And tip of the cap to Coach Shannon Flynn. She was named Frontier Conference Coach of the Year on both the men's and the women's side.
Daniel, tell me, I knew that the women maybe had a chance, but wasn't that a bit of an upset on the men's side?
The men have kind of been up and down this year from my understanding. But they really showed out today. We got a really deep team on the men's side.
Right.
And they had a couple big performances. I think we landed 4 or 5 guys in the top 10. So that really sealed it. They won by a pretty big margin. And then
where did our boy Spencer end up?
Spencer finished 7th.
Yeah.
Battling a little bit of an injury.
I know
he
he's
ran
been
hard.
hurt. His IT band, I know it was, anyway.
He ran hard. So tip of the cap to Spencer as well. He was stoked. And
so that means the men go to nationals. They had to win it to go to nationals.
Yes.
Because if they didn't win it, they weren't going to go. And they went. How much did they win by?
I don't remember the point margin, but it was sizable.
It was sizable,
yes. Yeah. And, of course, tip of the cap to Coach Flynn.
Absolutely. And now the women, tell me a little bit about them.
Well, Reagan Worley, who's our all-world runner we got here, she's out of Wyoming. She finished 3rd overall, right behind Sydney Littlelight from Rocky was 1st, and Becca Rickman from Tech, who's been National Runner of the Week like 5 times this year, finished 2nd. And then the girls also, I think, placed 4 in the top 10 today.
Goodness.
I mean, we got some deep rosters on cross country.
And you know Shannon Flynn a little bit. She's a Townsend girl, isn't that right?
Yes.
The coaches cross country, both men and women.
Yes, and she does a wonderful job. So tip of the cap to our cross country teams, and we'll see them in nationals in 2 weeks. That'll be in Vancouver, Washington. Returning to the action now here in the PE Center. Andrew Cook with the ball. He dumps it out. Slivanikinen 3, and he knocks it in.
A nice assist by Andrew Cook. Real nice.
Jovan's fired up, too.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, they know they're up against it tonight. They're going to need their A game against these guys.
And Coach Paulson's always got them ready to go. Ball thrown out of bounds, tipped off the hand of Slivanikinen, and it was Thomas Miles going up with that one, looking to pass out of midair, and didn't really have a good option, hit off the hand of Jovan. Warner Pacific inbounding, baseline, up to the top. They get it in to Justice DeCourcy. Under 10 seconds now on the shot clock. DeCourcy up top guarded by Cook. Spins around, makes a miss, kicks it out. Pump fake, now a three as shot clock expires, and it's good that time. Tyrese Yusuf Willis.
Good ball movement by Warner Pacific that time. Really well done.
Slivanikinen hands it off Hillman. Carroll getting in their offense. They're going to get it to the corner. Slivanikinen off the dribble, takes it in, kicks it out. Cook with it. Back to Slivanikinen. Drives baseline, dumps it off Temple. Nice pass. Temple draws the foul. He'll shoot two.
And that's Jovan making his teammates better. That's what the coaches have really been after him for, is to draw two, find the open man, and get it to him. That time he got Brandon Temple. Just a real nice drop off.
Yeah, and Temple's another guy. I mean, we talked about the constant improvement with Ifani. Brendan's another guy. He came in the same year. Free throw up from Temple. It's good. He really came into his own last year, especially in that national tournament. Played a couple really good games there in Kansas City. It's crazy. Those guys are all juniors now. That group of freshmen that came in 2019.
That's something.
And it was just like a bunch of little kids running around with Dane Warp out there. But they learned a lot from Dane. Yeah. I'm sure Dane's probably watching tonight. And now they're the veterans on the team, leading the way for guys like Andrew Cook and Garrett Long. Top of the key, three-pointer from the Knights. It's up and no good. That was Thomas Miles on the shot attempt. OKK comes up with the rebound. OKK drive, kick. Hillman, three. Off the rim, it's no good. Temple looking for a rebound, and it's brought down by the Knights. Here comes Yusuf Willis. Pull-up three in transition. Wow. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Hillman. Hillman, outlet. Here comes Cook up the near side. Cook, drive, kick. Three-pointer, Slivanikinen. Got it! Jovan Slivanikinen from deep.
Another assist by Andrew Cook.
That was a nice dish.
Yes, it was.
Timeout called. We'll go ahead and take a break this time. It's just a 30-second timeout, 19-10. Carroll in the lead here, 11:47 left in the first half. You're watching Carroll men's basketball here on the Fighting Saints Network, brought to you by Point S Tires. Back from the timeout, Daniel Sally and Gary Turcotte bringing you Carroll men's basketball here on the Fighting Saints Network, sponsored by Point S Tire and Auto Service. It'll be night basketball after the timeout. Carroll leads 19-10 after the three from Jovan Slivanikinen. Lay-in on the far end, no good. It's rebounded by the Saints. Andrew Cook taking it up the floor. He gets it across the timeline. Cook to Hillman near side, hands it off back to Cook. Cook off the dribble, pulls up from the elbow, off the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by the Knights. It's Eder coming in transition, throws it off the leg of Cook, looks like, out of bounds. Warner Pacific will keep it. These guys like to run.
They do. They can push it.
Taking the ball up the court is Drew Magaway. Here comes the drive. Pulling it back out is DeCourcy. Eder with it, guarded by Cook. Gets by him. Help defense. Temple. He'll get called for a foul and one there for Isaac Eder.
That was a great dribble move. Just a great dribble move. Almost double crossover, and then he came back. Cook stayed with him on the first one, but he got beat on the second one. And then he has a tough finish because Carroll came over on the help side defense, rotated over well, and he just got it up high off the backboard.
Well, Brendan Temple's 6'8", Isaac Eder 6'1". I mean, you do the math. You got to sky that thing once he jumps in the air a few inches and gets that hand up. But he got the arc, kissed it off the glass, and sunk it home for two. Free throw up is good. 19-13. Carroll still in the lead here. Almost halfway through this first half. 10:50 left in the first. Hillman to Cook. Campbell back in the game as well, we should mention. He gets it to Pedra. Pedra tries to save it, but a turnover by the Saints.
I don't know. Pedra just can't. It just slipped through his hands. They don't very often post him up, but they're actually playing him at the 4 right now. So he is the post-up guy. He's not used to posting up.
I mean, really a 4-guard lineup out there for the Saints. You got versatility with Andrew and Guy, who can guard a lot of different positions. But put them with Sham and Johnny and Brendan at the 5. Small lineup for the Saints. Pull-up jumper, no good off the dribble. That was Eder taking that one. Here come the Saints in transition. Cook crosses over, gets it out to the top. And we talked about it before the season, Gary, with adding guys like Garrett Long and Andrew Cook to the fold, you can play a lot of versatile lineups. Hillman 3, no good. And we're seeing that right now.
Yep. Well, I haven't seen this 4-guard lineup.
Ball's knocked loose in transition by the Saints, but it tipped out for a 3-pointer. That one's up and good from Nigel McKay, freshman from Monrovia High School, or from Monrovia, California, Pasadena High School. Saints with the ball there. Lead is cut to 3. Little 6-0 run here by the Knights.
Shamrock back in the ball game with 2 fouls. He's got to be very careful. Ooh, and he got bumped.
So that foul will be on Darius Traylor. OKK will check back in. So now we'll go a little bigger with this lineup, Gary.
Yeah.
Cook will head to the bench.
Yeah. And Guy Pedro will go back to playing the 2. Instead of being the 4, which is a much more comfortable position for him.
Temple up top. Near side, it's Campbell. Down low, KK. Crosses back over. Now he posts up, turnaround. Off the glass, no good. Looking for a call. Nothing doing that time, though. Here comes Traylor up the floor. Gets it to the top. Eder. McKay has it now. He's guarded by Hillman. Warner Pacific taking their time to set up the offense. Eder. With the rock in his hands. Shot clock down to 10 seconds now. Eder crosses over, drives by OKK, puts up a runner, no good. Rebound Temple. Outlet pass, here comes Hillman right in front of us here at the scorer's table. Hillman drives the lane, goes up with his left. Now he's going to dump it off. Campbell going for a loose ball. He backed off that one. Didn't want to get a loose ball foul there. Smart play by Shamrock. But the Saints end up with it regardless. Guy Pedra has it now. Shot clock down inside 10 seconds for the Saints. Hillman calling for some motion. 5 seconds now. Saints got to get a shot here. Pedra has it. Drives, puts it up.
Ooh, I thought he got fouled.
Traylor comes up with the board. 3-pointer in transition for the Knights. That one's up. No good. Drew Magaway with the attempt that time as Campbell makes his way back up the court. Campbell, top of the key. Passes it off to Hillman on the wing. Hillman to OKK. Back out Pedra. Here comes the drive from Guy. And that time he gets the foul call. Help defense from 2 different guys. So 1 on 3 there in the key. Yeah. Guy forcing the issue. Thinking he can get the call, and he does.
Well, what I like is he didn't get discouraged because he did 2 times before this he didn't get a call. But he says, I'm just going to keep coming at you till you give me a call. And he got it.
Pedra at the line. First free throw up, and it's good. Pair of subs checking in for the Knights. Number 13, Caleb Thompson. Number 33, Miles Brown. Maracu's Lockett checking in. He'll give Brendan Temple a break. And Slivanikinen still at the scores table. He'll be subbing in for Pedra after the free throw. Looks like someone over there in the student section is trying to get everyone on their feet. Second free throw, no good from Pedra. See some of our men's soccer players over there standing up too. That's good to see.
Oh, I love it. Good bunch of kids.
And we got 2 more men's soccer players to our side over here, Ben and Rob, helping out with the stats tonight. We also appreciate them.
We do.
Eder with the ball up top, passed it to the far side. Miles Brown hands it off. Tompkins, step back jumper, and it's good. Nice little fadeaway. It's the type of shot we'd see in the NBA, Gary.
Yeah.
20-18, Carroll's lead cut back down to 2. It's been as big as 9. OKK in the lane, jumper, no good. McKay pushing it in transition. They get it back to McKay after a couple of passes. McKay Still up top with it, taking his time. Switched on to Pager off the screen. Eder, shot clock under 5. Deep 3 from the logo, off the rim, no good. Offensive board, though, brought down, and nice hustle by Johnny Hillman to get the rebound off a missed putback by Christian Hodge. Here comes the Saints in transition. Hillman goes down, out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Saints.
I think they got a foul. They did. And he did get hacked pretty good.
Oh, they did.
Yep.
Media timeout called, Gary. What do you say we take a break? 20-18. Saints in the lead. 6:43 on the clock here at the PE Center in the first half. You're watching a little Friday night Carroll Hoops here on the Fighting Saints Network, brought to you by Point S Tire and Auto Service. Back from the timeout, Daniel Sally, Gary Turcotte here inside the PE Center, bringing you some Fighting Saints hoops here on the Fighting Saints Network. Special thanks to our proud sponsors, Point S Tire and Auto Service. Johnny Hillman at the line. He'll shoot 2 after the foul, Gary.
Yeah. I think Carroll's going to need to get Jovan a little more involved in the offense. When they went on their run, they did it. The ball was going through Jovan, and he's against this really good defense that Warner Pacific is playing, and it is good. You got to have a guy that can break people down, and he can. He can get to the rim. He can get his own shot off the dribble. He can create for others.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It feels like they're forcing us to settle.
Well, just good defense.
Yeah.
We're not getting great shots that we were getting when we went on that run earlier and had that nice little lead.
And sometimes when they're holding you out of the paint like that, you got to get it to a guy like Jovan who can do so many different things. He's already got 10 points in this one, so imagine we'll see some more of that here in this first half. 6.5 minutes remaining. 3-pointer up in transition. No good from Nigel McKay. Rebound Okeke. Here comes Fee up the court. He gets it off to Cook. Cook off the dribble, crosses over, and an offensive foul called on Cook.
Ooh, I don't know about that one, but he might have had that elbow. He might have had that arm out a little bit. It's too bad because it was a nice move. It could have been a no call. Could have been a no call, but I think that guy had a pretty good look at it.
Yeah, I think so too. And both refs were in agreement. I think that's usually a good sign.
It usually is. Simultaneous whistles, they call it.
Tip of the cap to our athletic trainer, Hunter Lindsay. He was booking it down the court to make sure that guy was okay as well. Now he's here at the other end. Running the offense, Yusuf Willis. Pass off to Eder. Eder guarded by Cook. Gets by him.
Oh.
Cook contests the shot from behind.
Eder is quick. Holy cow, he's got some good. That was a great spin move there.
Slivanikinen will take it up the court for the Saints. Hand off to Cook. Campbell out of the game again. Slivanikinen pump fakes, puts up a runner with his left, gets his own rebound like he always does. I'll have to check. Jovan's got to be up there on the all-time rebounding leaderboard as Cook puts up a 3. It's no good. Another O-board. This time it's Temple. Now Cook will drive, get into traffic, put up a runner, and a little scoop shot is in for
Tough
Andrew
shot.
Cook.
Yeah, a lot of confidence by Andrew. A lot of confidence there.
Impressive body control on that one as well.
Big rebound by Temple. Big O-board.
2 O-boards on that one possession for the Saints. Here's a drive. Yusuf Willis, runner off the glass.
Now that's about the 5th time that they get him on the left side over there, and then he beats you coming to his right. And that's how he got 2 fouls on Shamrock. And that time he beat Cook again, and I think they're going to have to force him left.
He's got that little flick shot. He's got some really good touch on it. Hillman dumps it down to Slivanikinen. Jovan goes up with it. Ball knocked out of bounds. Should be Carroll basketball. It will be. With 24-22 right now, the score, Gary.
A good one.
We saw Eastern Oregon a couple weeks ago as well play Carroll in a tight win here at the PE Center. Cascade Conference. They're the real deal.
They are the real deal. They get a lot of real good players out there. There's on the coast, there's a lot of those guys, California kids.
Oh, 1 second on the shot clock. That's a shot clock violation. Coach Paulson's going to take a timeout right now. 24-22 Saints in the lead. And I think good timing on the timeout, I'd say.
Yeah.
Good chance to make some corrections.
Well, Kurt likes to get that ball moving, and they're getting a little stagnant, and he wants to get that ball moving side to side, going inside, and that's a good timeout. You know, just watching a couple of observations, Daniel. First of all, Warner Pacific is the real deal. I can see why they thumped Rocky like they did. They play very good defense. They're athletic and quick and sound. Offensively, they have all these junior college transfers, all these kids that come in, and so their coach, Jermaine Potts, who's in his 2nd season, he doesn't do much fancy on offense. I mean, they're very, very simple. They maybe make a couple of passes, but it's all designed to try to get somebody isolated and go one-on-one.
Beat you off the dribble.
And it's all about the one, and they got the kids that can do it.
Yeah, their guards have some serious speed off the bounce.
Especially Yusuf Willis, a 5'10" guard from Burbank, and he was at the University of Puget Sound and then transferred to Warner Pacific, and he's the one that's caused the most damage. But it's they've got the handles, they got the, and they clear out. It's kind of 5 people on the perimeter. They don't have anybody down there at the low post, so it's hard to get help. And they're just tough to handle. It's going to be a good one.
And Yusuf Willis and Eder combined for 15 points right now.
Yeah.
Yusuf Willis with 8, Eder with 7, those 2 guards.
Yeah.
But like you said, getting them the ball at the top of the key, trying to clear it out and beat you off the dribble.
Yep. And then they got 2 fouls on Shamrock, one of our best defenders. So
the defensive player of the year in the Frontier Conference last year as well. Up the court, it's Yusuf Willis. Passes it near side, Eder. Eder crosses over. Tries to get by Afani. Good defense there by Okeke. Shot's no good. Rebound brought down by Temple. Here come the Saints. Slivanikinen crosses over, dumps it outside to Cook. Cook, pump fakes, steps through, a little jumper from the elbow, no good. Cook gets his own rebound, though. That's a nice heads-up play there by Andrew. Looks real comfortable early on in this game and playing some big minutes.
Well, with Shamrock in foul trouble, he's played most of this half.
Slivanikinen on the drive, puts it up, no good. Rebound brought down by Slivanikinen, puts it back up, no good. Gets another O-board, goes back up with his left. This time he draws a foul. Jovan will shoot 2.
Very, very, very tenacious rebounding, tenacious effort by Jovan.
Have you ever seen anyone better at this level on the offensive glass?
No, he's the quickest jumper that's ever played here, ever. I've never seen a kid, and I don't know if I've seen anybody in the league any quicker jumper. You know, who's the really good player that was at LC that ended up transferring to Eastern?
Jacob Wiley. Oh my
Jacob
goodness.
Wiley would be one that I would say. And he was MVP of the league.
That guy was amazing.
He was MVP of the league here. Then he went to Eastern Washington, and he was MVP of the Big Sky. Or was it first team all conference?
Yeah, he was. I think he was player of the year.
Player of the year.
Player of the year. I mean, he came in here. I remember it was my freshman year, and we beat them because we shot 20 of 22 from the field in the second half. But Wiley, I want to say, scored between 20 and 30 points. And the way I remember it, about 80% of those buckets were all put-back dunks.
Yeah.
Ball kicks up off the rim, and he just jumps and slams it.
Yeah.
It's not something you see at any level very often. He looked like Anthony Davis.
See, there's that move where they're going to let him go right. They clear it out for him on the left side and let him go left and let him drive to his right. I think you're going to have to force him baseline.
Slivanikinen backing down, low block, turns to his left, off the glass, count it!
And Jovan that time taking advantage of Isaac Eder, who's trying to guard him. That's a bad matchup. Isaac is 6'1", And I don't know that that's the matchup that Coach Potts wants. Trying to guard Jovan with a 6'1" kid. Jovan just should back him down every time.
He's having
or double him, or maybe you're going to come double him.
Jovan's playing a very good half of basketball right now, Gary.
Yes, he is.
Free throw up, and it's good.
And he's needed. They got their hands full.
And sometimes that's what happens. One of your top guys is on the bench with 2 fouls. Well, you go to your other best guy.
Garrett Long checking into the ball game now. Another freshman for Carroll.
He can do a lot of things well, Gary. 3-pointer up, and that one's no good. It was Tompkins shooting that one. Loose ball. Temple tips it up and gets
nice
the rebound.
Nice play, Temple.
Okeke in transition, drives, kicks, long pump fake, steps in, gets it out to Slivanikinen, and Carroll will set up their offense. Nice job by the freshman there, not forcing a bad shot. Yeah. Okeke in the corner, posting up, fade away, gets the roll. Timeout called by Jermaine Potts.
Nice little run by Carroll, 2 freshmen in the ball game.
It's 24-22. Coach Paulson calls the timeout. They come out, go on a 7-0 run.
Yeah.
They lead by 9 now.
Yeah, and Jovan made a couple of nice plays, a couple of good defensive plays. Willis and Eder, I just want to explain to our listeners how good they are off the bounce. They are really something. I mean, when you're able to drive the ball and you're able to get the rim and score on Ifeanyi Okeke, who is a tremendous athlete and defender, and outsizes those guys by about 5 inches, you got some real serious handles, and they do.
The tempo's different in person here.
Yeah.
I mean, especially sitting courtside.
Yeah.
2:46 remaining here in the first half. Carroll with a 9-point lead, 31-22. I've also noticed Carroll's effort on the boards tonight has been very noticeable.
Good point.
Tompkins on the wing, gets it back off the handoff. He'll pass it out to Yusuf Willis. Back to Tompkins. Tompkins looking to get by Okeke, hands it off. Here's a jumper, fade away, and that one's good. Drew Magaway.
Nice looking jumper. I think he's probably their pure shooter. He's probably their zone buster type guy.
And off the dribble like that, going to your left, that's not easy.
And he was floating. He wasn't going up straight in the air. That was an easy shot.
Garrett Long, top of the key. Gets it off to Okeke, now down low, Cook, fade away from the low block, no good, rebound, Temple, back up with it off the glass and in for 2. (33-24), Saints up by 9, minute 55 left in the half. Magaway drives, finger roll, and one, wow.
Yeah. And he took advantage that time of Garrett Long. Garrett let him get a little half step on him off the cut.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
the
way they're getting to the hoop.
Shamrock's coming back into the minute 48. Don't you get your third, Shamrock.
That shows you what kind of trust he's got from
the
coaches, too.
They do have a lot of faith in him.
That's a guy who came in and started, I think, every game as a freshman on a national championship run. Free throw up and good for Magaway. So he's played a lot of ball games, a lot of minutes on this court. I think, cross our fingers, but I think he'll be all right. Cook, hands off Campbell. Back to the elbow. Okeke gets it to Slivanikinen. Slivanikinen spins into the key, puts it up with his right off the glass.
And that's what we're talking about, going to his right and finishing with his right hand. When he does that, he's unguardable because you have to force him to his right hand. And when he can finish like that with his right hand, that is I just think you can't guard the guy unless you double team him. That's what you have to do.
17 points on 50% shooting right now for Jovan.
My goodness, yeah.
Minute left in the half. Here's Magaway driving to the key,
and Shamrock had to be really careful there. Magaway's played well. Number 5, he didn't even start for him. 6'2" guard from Shoreline, Washington. Started out at Western Washington. Well, actually, I
wonder what high school he went to. I'm going to have to look into that.
Yeah.
Shoreline, there's a lot of different options there.
Well,
Just a little bit north of Seattle.
This would be his third school, Daniel. He was at Shoreline, then he was at Western.
Baby hook. Well, he's from Shoreline, but I think he just went to Western.
Shoreline
High
School.
He went to the
not Shoreline
there.
Junior College. Okay, yeah, there you go. There's a high school, Shoreline High School, isn't there? Or not?
I don't think there's Shorewood and there's Shorecrest.
No, maybe not a Shoreline.
And but there's a lot of private Catholic high schools in the area as well with some good basketball teams. I'm wondering if he played in Metro League. I'm going to have to see if I can do some homework on that.
All right.
36 seconds left here in the half. Yusuf Willis with the ball. And Dane Warp is watching tonight, Gary.
Oh, great.
He wanted me to tell you hello.
Oh, that's so good.
Steal by Cook.
He's in medical school now, isn't he?
Yep.
At
he's in Yakima.
Yakima.
I'm not sure the name of the school.
Oh, I was told that. But there is a medical school there.
Yep, Dane's out there doing his thing. 9 seconds left. Slivanikinen drives. Now 5 seconds. Backdoor Hillman. What a pass by Slivanikinen. 2 seconds left. Magaway from three-quarters court. That was awfully close.
This Magaway kid, we didn't talk much about him, but he was a force in that second part of the half.
He went to Shorecrest High School and Cascade High School. So he went to 2 high schools.
Yeah.
Okay. 37-29. Saints lead by 8 here at the half. Gary, let's go ahead and take a quick timeout for a few minutes. We'll come back later, give a little stats, give a little breakdown of the first half, look at the second half. You're watching Carroll Men's Basketball here on the Fighting Saints Network, brought to you by Point S Tire and Auto Service. Welcome back in, everybody. Daniel Sally, Gary Turcotte here on the Fighting Saints Network, sponsored by Point S Tire and Auto Service. 37-29, an eventful first half of basketball here at the PE Center between Carroll and Warner Pacific. Fighting Saints in the lead by 8 nonetheless. Nice little run there at the end of the half to put them up. Some big buckets by Jovan Slivanikinen. And as we look at the stats, we can start with Jovan. He's got 17 points, 5 of 11 shooting in the first half, and a very nice assist there on the baseline to Johnny Hillman to close things out in the first half, Gary.
Well, he had a great half. 5 for 11 from the field, 5 for 5 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 17 points. I thought Ifeanyi Okeke had a good half. Played really good defense, had 4 boards, 3 for 5 from the field. Generally, very good team defense by Carroll, and some real fortunate big minutes by Andrew Cook, who had to come off the bench as a freshman and play point guard against some real quickness because Shamrock got in foul trouble right off the bat. So Shamrock didn't score that half because he never was able to get into a flow. He got 2 quick fouls.
And if any of you are looking at the live stats, they had him as 3. We got it fixed. He did have 2.
Yeah.
37-29 the score. Sorry, Conlon was showing me a little graphic he made for some halftime stats that he's going to put out on social media. Take a look at CC Saints on Twitter for that one if you're watching from home. But, Gary, any other takeaways from the stats as you look at this first half box score?
The big difference is the free throw line, Daniel. Really, the free throw line, Carroll 10 for 11. And Warner Pacific 3 for 3. That's 7 points there. And then I think you talked about the rebounding, and you were right. Carroll with 7 O boards. That's a lot of O boards and a half. And Warner Pacific with 1. So a few more possessions for Carroll. Got to the foul line a little bit. That's the only difference in the ballgame. Even though Carroll has the lead, 37-29, I mean, this is a long way from over. This is a team that could come back, score points in a hurry, and they play good enough defense to really make it tough on you.
You know how happy that makes me for you to tell me that I was right about something? Isn't that great? It's not going to be too often, but we doubled their rebound count. 20 for us in the first half, 10 for Warner Pacific.
Yeah.
That's a good half on the glass. I'm sure Coach Paulson's going to be really happy about that, looking at the halftime box score.
Daniel, there's one thing I'd like to just, it's a little bit off the topic, but as I look across the PE Center here, I see Bob Robinson and his family and his brother Ed. And the Robinson family is very well known in Helena and people that follow Carroll College. And their brother Joe passed away Wednesday, and his daughter Micah played for 4 years at Carroll, and she was an outstanding track star, pole vaulter as well. And with our condolences to the Robinson family. Joe is a real good man, and he did a lot of good in this world, and I know he's going to be missed.
And we love the Robinsons. I mean, you mentioned Bob. He pops into my office a couple times a week until he flocks back down to Arizona. But, yeah, condolences to the Robinsons is right. And Micah was super fun to watch, good ball handler. And, I mean, even more impressive on the track with the pole vaulting.
Yep, she had a real nice career here.
And she was coached by one of the best, Rochelle Sayers, and Gary Turcotte.
Well, she was great. Yeah.
A minute left here in this halftime period. And Gary, as we look ahead to the second half, what do you think the game plan will be coming out of the break for Carroll? I mean, I know we've always stressed the importance of the first 3 minutes, but how do you think Carroll attacks that?
Well, Warner Pacific has the arrow, so they'll get the first possession. So, they'll have some kind of a set that goes to isolation. The thing that hurt Carroll was dribble penetration from the top by the 2 guards, Isaac Eder and Therese Joseph Willis. And especially, they can go right or left, but they go right better. And so I think somehow or other, you got to force them left and then maybe get a little bit of help because they are really tough. I think that's what you really got to try to shut down if you're Carroll. And then if you're Warner Pacific, you got to figure out something about Jovan. I think you got to double team him. I mean, I think it's just too good, especially if you're trying to guard him with a 6'1" guy. That ain't going to work.
It was super cliche, but when there's a double team on one, that means everyone else, one other person, is always open.
Yeah.
Jovan's pretty good at passing out of pressure. So
well, he's gotten a lot better.
Maybe those assists will tick up for Jovan. I remember he told me at the end of last season his goal was to average more assists. So that's a good goal to have. He said he wanted 5 a game.
I like that.
He had 3 in the first half, so he's at a good pace. Maybe he'll get a double-double with some assists tonight. He's already almost got one with rebounds. 5 rebounds in the first half for Jovan. Second half action getting started here in the PE Center. Warner Pacific going right to left with the ball is Tyrese Yusuf Willis running the point. Carroll hedging that ball screen. Warriors swing it around. Knights, excuse me, not the Warriors. Yusuf Willis guarded by Campbell. Near side on the wing. Cross court pass, three-pointer up, trying to beat the shift, and he does.
And that time, that was a really well-executed play. They skipped the ball, and Carroll's help side defender was helping against the lob and wasn't able to get back to the deep closeout. And they got their shooter. I told you that.
That was Tompkins that time.
Was that Tompkins?
Yes. But him and Megaway, those guys can knock him down.
Yep.
There's Campbell pulling up from the elbow, and wouldn't it be nice to see him get going in the second
that should
half?
help him. He needs to be a little more aggressive.
When he pulls up from the elbow, I'm not sure I've ever seen him miss that shot. Yusuf Willis guarded by Campbell. Crosses over, gets it back to the top. Tompkins with it to the wing. Off the dribble, it's Eder. He dumps it out. Pull up Jay from mid-range. No good that time by Miles Brown. Rebound, Pedra. Here come the Saints. Slivanikinen off the dribble, takes it with his left off the glass and in for two. Quick timeout.
And if you're Jamin Potts, the coach for Warner Pacific, you just spent the whole halftime talking about Jovan, and then you let him go coast to coast and score on you on the layup, and that's why he took the timeout right there.
That guy, he's playing. I mean, this is some of the best basketball we've seen him play, and he's played a lot of good games here on this gym floor.
Yeah. The one thing you talked about earlier about that he did break his wrist over the he had a fracture over the summer, and I think it forced him to rest. And he's really seems like he's got his legs. He's been going hard ever the first day he got here at Carroll, and he had some downtime, got his legs back, and he really looks like he's feeling so comfortable out there right now.
Let him rest and let him work on that jumper with his left hand.
Yeah.
And, oh, boy, his jumper looks good tonight. His drive looks good tonight. His rebounding, his assisting. He's doing it all right now. And that's the type of player you need. When you got the expectations that this Carroll team has, they went to the Elite Eight last year. They want to go back. They want to make a run at the national tournament. You need players like that, and it's nice to see them early on in the season. I mean, it looks like Jovan hasn't missed a beat.
Yeah.
Back from the timeout, 41-32. Carroll in the lead. 18:41 to go here in the ball game. Pretty good crowd here tonight, Gary.
Nice crowd. Good student body turnout. A lot of the track and cross country.
See some soccer and volleyball players.
Volleyball players here for the student body. A lot of adults. Big adult crowd here tonight.
It's amazing how much a difference it makes playing on a Friday night compared to a weeknight. Here's a little baby hook, and it's good that time. Miles Brown puts it in for two. Slivanikinen will get it across half court for the Saints. Okeke with it at the elbow. He gets it back out to Slivanikinen. Here's the drive. Jovan puts it up. No, he dumps it off with his left.
And he drew the double team like we talked about and dumped it to Temple.
B. Temps just waiting for it. In for two. Nice defense there by Sham off the dribble. Yusuf Willis can't get by him. He pulls it back out, hands it to Brown. Brown on the wing. Back up to Yusuf Willis. On the wing, here's the drive. Tompkins dumps it down low, and that's going to be number 3 on Shamrock, I believe. That was Christian Hodge going up with it that time. Yep, it's number 3 on Shamrock.
And that was Guy that got beat on the ball up on top, and Sham had to rotate over. And that it's if when you don't square a guy up out there, which he didn't that time, and you get beat on the dribble, somebody's got to come help. And now they've broken down your defense.
Free throw up from Hodge, it's good. Before he takes his second, Carroll Athletics would like to thank some of our corporate sponsors for the support of Saints Athletics. Wendy's, Clark's Plumbing and Heating, Jay and Anita Shirley of Big Sky Brokers, 360 Office Solutions, Montana City Grill, Auto Trick Signs and Graphics, Capital Collision Center, Dick Anderson Construction, McDonald's of Helena, and Valley Sand and Gravel. Second free throw is good from Hodge. 43-36, it's a 7-point Saints lead. Campbell to the elbow. Temple back out to Campbell. Open look from 3 for Sham. Off the rim, it's no good. Rebound brought down by the Knights. Top of the key, Yusuf Willis. Hands it off, Eder. You get it to the wing, back to Yusuf Willis. Drive, back out, deep three this time from Eder off the rim. It's no good, but on the offensive glass getting the rebound is Hodge. Outside, Tompkins driving to the middle. Slivanikinen picks him up. Runner, no good. Rebound brought down by the Saints. Here comes Slivanikinen back up the floor. Top of the key, it's Campbell. Campbell hands it off back to Jovan. Jovan drives. Picks it up at the elbow, gets it back out to Shamrock. Here's Slivanikinen, another drive. Dumps it off. Nice find by Jovan, but Hillman is immediately trapped there on the baseline. He dribbles out of it.
Oh,
nice little fake one
side,
back to the left, off no good. Rebound, Campbell, and back in for two.
Just a real nice move by Johnny Hillman. He didn't finish it, but it was a great move.
Maybe watching some tape of Hakeem Olajuwon. Oh, my. Wouldn't mind seeing that one again.
Yeah.
Isaac Eder to Yusuf Willis, near side. Campbell playing defense on the ball, gets around the screen. They switch. Step back three. Yusuf Willis, no good front rim. Rebound, Hillman. Here comes Hillman. Hillman, no look past Slivanikinen, puts it up with his left and good. Carroll seems like they're playing really well as a unit right now.
Well, and that was a tough pass, Jovan. He made that play look easy. That was not easy. It was a real tough pass for him that he had to handle. His hands are just so good. He scooped it and able to make an easy shot out of it.
Yusuf Willis back to the top. Eder off the dribble, takes it inside, scoop shot with the left, draws the foul on Okeke, and it's good for two. Little and one.
And that's that penetration from up on top we talked about. That's the best thing that we've seen Warner Pacific do.
We got some substitutions coming in. Megaway will stay on the sideline here, wait for the shooter. Looks like they bring in Justice DeCourcy for Warner Pacific, as well as Nigel McKay. In the game for the Saints, Andrew Cook, Marat Guzlakic. Wouldn't mind seeing Marat play some good minutes here, Gary.
Yeah. Well, he looks like his ankle is feeling much more comfortable. It was a bad ankle sprain. It cost him a month. I mean, he couldn't do anything for a month. He was in a boot.
He's one of our favorites, too.
Yeah. Well, he's got a lot of ability, and he's so young.
One of the friendliest guys to come in this building every day, that's for sure. Campbell to Marat on the high post. Nice dump off there by Guzlakic. Now Hillman kicks it out, corner three. Cook, in and out. Rebound knocked out of bounds. I thought Hillman was going to come down to it, but it's going to deflect off a Warner Pacific player. Little team board there on the baseline for the Saints. They'll inbound with 19 seconds on the shot clock. Substitution coming into the game, Darius Traylor. Checking out is Miles Brown. Hillman inbounding. Throws it way out to Marat.
Good defense on the inbound there.
Campbell, top of the key, elbow. Cook out to Campbell again. Back to Hillman. Hillman off the dribble. Drives through traffic with his left shot, no good. Rebound brought down by the Knights. Yusuf Willis with the ball. Guarded by Hillman. 47-39. I want to say we've gone 3 or 4 minutes without any points, Gary.
Yeah.
I feel like this has been the score for a long time.
And they got Marat there. I didn't see what happened, but they got him. It must be some kind of pushing going on in that low post area.
Knights will inbound baseline. Yusuf Willis will check it in. Late sub from the Saints. They're going to take Shamrock out. Okeke will come back in. Sham with 3 fouls here.
Yeah, you're going to need him coming down the stretch. You don't want him picking up his 4th.
Knights get it back in bounds. Yusuf Willis, top of the key. Looks to pull up Hillman with a good defense on ball that time. Far side, it's McKay. Guarded by Cook. Crosses over. Good defense by Cook staying with him. McKay with the runner. No good rebound, Slivanikinen. Cook. Hillman, far side. Now Slivanikinen with it. He's okay on the drive. Runner off the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by Slivanikinen. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Knights. Carroll will keep it. Media timeout called, Gary. 13:40 to go here in the second half. 47-39 Saints lead by 8. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. You're watching Carroll Basketball on the Fighting Saints Network, sponsored by Point S Tire and Auto Service. Back from the timeout, 47-39. Carroll leads by 8, 13:40 to go here at the PE Center. Carroll leading Warner Pacific. Thanks to all those tuning in far and wide from on the Fighting Saints Network. Special thanks to our sponsors, Point S Tire and Auto Service. Inbounding is Hillman out of the timeout. It's Andrew Cook, top of the key, crosses over. Yusuf Willis playing some good defense. Cook gets by him, picks up his dribble, kicks it out. Hillman, 3, off the rim, no good. Good box out that time by DeCourcy. Rebound brought down by Yusuf Willis. Knights will set up shop. And there's a steal. Maraku's Lockett stepping into the passing lane like a free safety. And there's Okeke with the two-handed slam.
Assist by Johnny Hillman. Very nice pass.
Little dump-off pass that time, off the hop. How about Murad? He's built like a D lineman, but he's got instincts like a DB. Foul called on Murad that time. He doesn't like it.
Yeah, he's better defensively than he was a year ago, but it's still, you know, he's got that big, strong body, and he still has to learn how to get this a little bit better anticipation as to what's going to happen. Get a half a count ahead.
Yusuf Willis off the dribble, gets by the screen, takes a 3 over Okeke, no good. Rebound, Slivanikinen once again. Here comes Slivanikinen up the court. Off the dribble, spin move in transition, and a foul called. Foul called. I believe they're going to get Darius Traylor for that one.
And he can shoot too, yeah.
They get it on the shot.
Yeah,
oh. Let's see what Jovan's got at the line right now. He's had a good day there so far.
You know, while Jovan shoots these free throws, Daniel, I'm just looking at Jovan, and I remember when he came as a freshman and what his body looked like as a freshman and what it looks like now. I mean, he's got a real nice, tight, well-sculpted body. He's very, very fit and strong. They've just done a great job with him in the weight room. Really, all the assistants and Kurt and the trainers here, and then, of course, Jovan's put in the work.
Free throw no good from Jovan. He was very adamant. Came into my office a couple months ago, and he said, hey, you need to change me on the roster. I'm 205 now.
Yeah, he's a nice-looking 205.
And he's still got the same touch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you get stronger, you lose some of that touch. Not Jovan. On the wing. Up top now it's Tompkins. Trailer picks up his dribble, passes it off to Magaway. Crossover, pulls it back. Nice little pass inside. Dribble move, dump off the glass, and good. Getting the bucket was Trailer, but a nice assist there by DeCourcy.
Well, just great offense there. They're starting to run a few more sets now. Not so much one-on-one, and I think they're just realizing that they're going to have to work hard to get good shots against Carroll. They certainly did that time.
Hillman to Campbell. Campbell down low. Big man Murat posting him up. Goes with the hook to his left side off the glass. No good. Rebound brought down by DeCourcy.
Good move.
Those hook shots will start falling soon. Magaway in transition. Steps out of bounds on the baseline, or did they get him for a hook? I think he just stepped out. Yep, so turnover on the Knights, excuse me.
They haven't had very many turnovers this half. Very few.
No.
Either team.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong side of the stats here.
Both teams really settling down and running offense.
Floater by Sham in transition. It's good. Campbell finding his way back onto the scoreboard. 52-41. Saints lead back up to double digits, 11 points with 11 minutes remaining. Trailer crosses over, pulls it back outside. DeCourcy looking to dribble, knocks it out of bounds. Good defense by Murat. Inbounding is Hillman from the baseline, and
I think he kicked it.
Yeah, hit off a guy out of bounds. It was Thomas Miles guarding the inbound. Shamrock Campbell taking it up the floor. Okeke looking to cross over. It's picked up. Oh, no, it's not picked up. Okeke gets the loose ball. He drives, kicks. Hillman out to Cook. Down low, Okeke dumps it off to Murat off the glass and in for two.
That's a great hustle play. Just great hustle. Great ball movement. Big time play. That was a backbreaker there. It looked like Warner Pacific had a chance to get a breakout and a layup, and Okeke came up with a steal and ended up for a kind of a 4-point play. The two that Warner didn't get and the two Carroll did get.
Well, let's talk about that, because Ifani loses the ball on the dribble move. Nice defense by the Knights. And then they can't pick it up, but Okeke stays with it.
Yep.
Like you said, the hustle, and then he's the one who ends up making that great pass down on the low block.
Yeah.
That's not an easy play to make either. One block to the other, side to side, but nice finish by Murat as well. And just like that, it's a 54-41 Carroll lead, 10.5 minutes remaining, Gary. And the Saints will not stop. I mean, they had a little lull there early on. They came out of the half, scored, I think, 7 straight points. But then after that, the scoring really slowed down for both teams for a few minutes, but Carroll's back in rhythm, and that's good to see.
Well, it is. Both teams really playing hard. I mean hard defense. Just swarming, alert, jump to the ball, beat you to spots defense. Just the kind of defense that you just love to see. It's hard to get a good shot, Daniel. I mean, you just watch and see what teams have to do, how hard they have to work to get a good shot. And that's what it takes, and that's what they're both doing. I think that's kind of significant about it is that this is early November that they're doing that. Both teams. This is the kind of stuff you kind of see in January.
Well, the last 2 years we've had a lot of young guys getting minutes early in the season.
Yeah.
Now, we got a couple freshmen playing tonight. We've seen them, Garrett Long, Andrew Cook. But the rest of these guys, they're vets.
They are. They're
mean,
experienced.
Even Guy, he's a sophomore now, and Murat. But when those guys played as freshmen, they didn't necessarily look like freshmen once it got late in the season. Yusuf Willis out of the timeout, takes up the court. Nice little dump-off pass there. Going up with it off the glass is Christian Hodge for two.
Little screen roll action there, well executed.
54-43. They got Yusuf Willis picking up Shamrock full court again. Shamrock crosses back over, gets it across to the elbow. Finds Okeke. They're going to look to Shamrock. A little give and go, and it's in for two. Sham wanted an and one there, too.
Well, should have been an and one. He got undercut.
That's a nice pass, too, by Ifani.
Yep.
Drew Magaway on the wing, guarded by Hillman. Crossover, back to the middle now. Over to the wing, three-pointer. And that one's no good from Eder. Rebound brought down by Hillman. And I think Warner Pacific's really struggled shooting the three tonight. Andrew Cook, elbow jumper, it's good. Andrew Cook, he's played some really good ball
No
tonight.
hesitation. He just has so much confidence.
Fearless. Another guy, doesn't look like a freshman, Gary. But he's playing around a bunch of guys with so much experience. As Hillman knocks it loose. Ooh, and I caught it.
And Johnny thinks he should have got that one. He's mad at himself.
He almost did.
Yeah.
Tipped it right to me.
Yeah.
Nice pass, Johnny. Murat will head to the bench. Looks like they'll get Brendan Temple back in there. Those are some good minutes for Murat. Yusuf Willis off the dribble, picks it up, passes it to the near side. Up top, Hodge. Back to Yusuf Willis. Kick out. Here comes Brown down low, forcing his way.
Nice.
Pump fakes, gets Ifani in the air and finishes.
Nice move by Brown.
As the shot clock expired,
he used the rim to protect himself from the shot blocker.
Campbell on the dribble. Gets it across half court. Hands it off to Cook. Now Hillman. Back over to Campbell. Campbell, hesitation, and he gets the ball knocked out. The rare turnover. Here's a drive behind the back. Nice move off the glass and in for two by Drew Magaway. Hillman inbounds. Okeke will get it across half court. He'll work it to the wing and get it back to his point guard, Shamrock Campbell. Campbell to Hillman. Down to the free throw line, over the top. Ifani, high-low pass, Temple, and one! Beat Temps. Foul called on Miles Brown. There's that high-low pass again.
Yeah, they work hard on that high-low.
Okeke will check out, or Jovan will check in. Our bigs are passing the ball really well tonight, Gary.
Yeah. Now, that's a good point. They have really passed the ball. Ifani, this is as good as I've seen him pass the ball.
Free throw up and good for Temple. And, you know, they're rolling out that starting lineup where it's heavy on forwards. You got Guy out there who can kind of double as a guard and forward. You got Ifani and Brendan and Jovan all out there. We know Jovan can really dish it, but when you're going to play a lot of bigs like that, it's important for them to be able to move it around. Turnover on Warner Pacific. And it seems like, Gary, Carroll's just wearing on him.
Well, the defense, you know, for them to go into Whitworth and beat Whitworth by 20 points in their gym and do it without fouling, that's a tough place to win. One of the toughest places that I ever coached.
Ooh. Shamrock runner. Whew. Oh, man. He was mad at himself getting those two fouls in the first half, and he's playing like it right now in the second half. With the ball, Hodge, guarded by Temple. Gets by him. Help defense.
Ooh,
and
they
an
got a
offensive
charge.
foul. Was that Sham coming over?
Yeah, it was Shamrock.
Oh,
and
baby.
I think he was there. I think that was the right. He didn't take it dead square in the chest, but he was there for a long time.
Help side defender, so he's out of the restricted area.
Right.
And he beats him to the spot. I'm going to use your terminology, legal guarding position.
Yeah.
You hear it all the time on those block charge calls.
Well, the referees, they have their own vocabulary, their own way.
Cook down low. Temple hands it off back to Cook. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that was one of the Laker cuts.
Yeah, it was a Laker cut.
Eder outside, drives, kicks.
Ooh.
And a travel.
Now, he should have shot that. I'm surprised. Magaway, he had a wide open catch and shoot. And he should have taken that one. An open 3-6-9. That's how you count those.
6:33 left to go in the ball game here. 63-47, Carroll in the lead. Gary, let's go ahead and stay here. I'm enjoying talking about this one with you, but defensively, I want to go back to what you said because you were talking about them going to Whitworth and playing such good defense. They're doing it again here tonight. I think it's been a trend over the last few years with Coach Paulson's teams, how well they are defensively. And I think last year was probably the best year he's had defensively as a team.
Yeah.
You know, that first year he had Ife out there who could just stop anyone they put him on.
Yeah.
But they continue to get better on that side of the ball, and I think he puts a big emphasis on that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No,
but it really shows.
Well, it starts – no matter how good a defensive coach you are, if you don't have kids that want to play it,
they buy in,
and they have the ability to play it. And you got guys like Shamrock and Hillman and Ifani and Temple. Those kids are really, really solid defenders. I mean, they really are. I mean, they have great bodies. They anticipate. They're strong, and they really want to play defense. And when you get those guys playing that hard, then it's infectious. And then the other kids that come in, they're playing that hard, and that's what they've got going right now. And they're playing defense without fouling. I mean, they only have 3 fouls this half, Daniel, and they're holding a really good offensive basketball team down. Only 47 points, 6.5 minutes to go. And if you can play without fouling that hard, that's the key.
Well, and another thing Kurt told us last year on a post-game interview, he said, I recruit length.
He does.
I mean, look out there. Sham's not the longest guy, but
he's
got good feet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, some of the other guys, Guy's long, Brendan's long, Andrew Cook, I mean, that's the epitome right there. Out of the timeout, Slivanikinen baby hook from the low block, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go to the Warner Pacific Knights.
I've seen a lot more good things out of Brendan Temple. More explosiveness, more strength. He almost got that rebound.
I think it really just comes down to how much more comfortable he's been.
Yeah. And he's gotten stronger.
Yes. And there's a little lay-in by Hodge. Nice pass from the outside by Yusuf Willis. And the Knights are pressing. They'll dial it back now. Yusuf Willis picking up Shamrock full court, though. Slivanikinen with the ball outside. Looking for Hillman. Ball's loose. Magaway with it in transition. Jovan's going to hold off on going up with that one. And the foul is good the shot is good, from Magaway.
They are really picking up their defense now. They are really 100% pressuring Carroll every inch, every player. They're really out after him.
Slivanikinen to the wing, Campbell. Now Hillman. Back to Jovan. Slivanikinen drives baseline, finds Campbell in the corner. 3, got it!
That was a big play.
Shamrock Campbell from deep.
A real nice find by Jovan Slivanikinen.
5 minutes left. 15-point lead. Here comes the drive. Fadeaway jumper. No good. That was Eder that time. Slivanikinen comes up with the rebound and gets it over to Campbell. Campbell to the wing. It's Hillman up top. Temple looking for the high-low for OK.
And he got held. He was held, yeah. That was a high-low that you were talking about, Daniel, that Carroll's been executing real well. Warner fronts, and so when a team fronts, the vulnerability is a high-low pass when they're fronting because it's hard to get help-side defense on it. And Carroll's been effective with that tonight.
A little over 4.5 minutes remaining in this one. 15-point Saints lead as Hillman inbounds from the baseline. Campbell gets to the low block. Offensive foul called. Did they get Johnny for that one?
They must have.
I think they called him for an illegal screen.
Illegal screen.
Off ball.
Yeah, illegal screen.
Good catch by the ref. You don't see those off-ball screens called too often.
They always talk like you're going to call a lot of them, and they seem like they do, especially at the beginning of the year.
Magaway down low. Hodge going up with it. Blocked by Okeke at the rim. Out of bounds.
Got a great play by
the Knights.
That's a big-time shot blocker by Okeke. That's just wonderful defense. It's just he's one of the guys I was talking about being a great defender. I mean, he really is.
What'd you talk about last year so many times about Ifani is he just affects so many shots.
He does.
He doesn't always block them like that, but he affects almost every single one that's within a 5-mile radius. Okeke with it up top. Hands it off Campbell. Slivanikinen drives, runner with the left, and it's good. Credit Sham there with the assist. Yusuf Willis up top. Crosses over, brings it back out. Tries to get by Campbell. Nice defense by Sham staying with him. Dumps it off, elbow jumper up, and no good from Hodge. Okeke gets the rebound.
Sham had to defend about 5 crossovers there. Crossover, double crossover. He stayed down.
He's dialed in. He's dialed in. Slivanikinen to the wing. Campbell, another 3. Oh, and he gets the roll. Sham. 20-point Carroll lead. That's the game high. Fade away in transition, up and no good, but getting the offensive rebound off his own miss is Tompkins. Tompkins puts it back up and in for 2. Slivanikinen across half court. Hands it back off to Campbell. Campbell looking for Ifani. He gets him up top. Ifani crosses over, gets it back to Hillman. Back to Slivanikinen. 3. Ooh, off the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by the Knights. It's Christian Hodge. Outlet pass. Here comes Miles. Miles with a nice spin move in transition. Lost control, though, and it's blocked by Temple. Here comes Slivanikinen. What a pass by Jovan in transition. Temple pump fakes off the glass and good for 2. Jovan with the skip pass that time. One arm just.
I don't know how he got that through there. He threw it from behind the half court, bounced it through about 3 guys.
Oh, man. This has been a fun game.
It has.
Here's a drive. Runner off the glass and good. Nice finish by Tyrese Yusuf Willis.
Well, he's going left to right. That's his move, and he can do it.
Timeout called. Let's keep it here, Gary. Malachi Afterwork back in the game. And before we continue, Carroll Athletics would like to thank some of our corporate sponsors for their support of Saints Athletics. Rutgers Furniture, Bud Light and Eagle Beverage, Touchmark, Mount Ascension Physical Therapy, Northwestern Energy, Helena Sanding Gravel, Jolene Lloyd, Century 21 Realtor, Lewis and Clark Brewing Company, Off the Wall Advertising, Red Dog Painting. Red Dog Painting painted our football field yesterday. It looks very good. St. Peter's Health, Town Pump, and Tri-County Disposal. And Gary, all I can think right now is how nice it is to have Carroll basketball back in our lives.
Well, it really is. It's been, and to have fans and the band, and we don't have cheerleaders tonight, but we will. And to have our student body be able to come and enjoy this wonderful basketball team that they have.
And we're going to sit courtside instead of up in the rafters like last year.
That's right. That's right.
73-55, 18-point Carroll lead. I mean, the first half it looked like this was going to be tight wire to wire, but Carroll's done a really nice job running away with this one. And with 2:18 left, I mean, they're in, I'd say, a very good position to close this thing out.
Well, they are, and but they're so, and Chico's in. So, this is a kid that I'm real curious about.
Lowell Chan.
Lowell Chan, they call him Chico. And I just think he's a kid that we want to keep our eye on. I think he's got a load of talent.
Let's see, he's listed at 6'6".
Another freshman.
Freshman from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Malachi in the game as well, Malachi Afwork. I'm sure his parents are tuned in. They usually are. Brendan Temple on the drive, loses it. It's stolen. Here comes Colton Gorski in transition, up with his left, no good. Rebounded by Shamrock. Campbell gets it through to Temple. Here comes Lowell Chan in transition. Like you said, Chico as they call him.
Yeah.
Gets it to Campbell. Afwork on the wing near side. Chan. Over to Slivanikinen. He sets the screen for Jovan. Slivanikinen crosses over, drives the lane, puts up a jumper, and it's good.
That's tough. Boy. That is really tough. That's good defense, but just nothing you can do. He just gets up so quick and so high.
He's cooking tonight.
Yeah, he is cooking.
75-55, a minute 15 to go. Wouldn't mind seeing Chico or Malachi get a couple shots off here last minute or so. 3-pointer up, and it's good. That was Colton Gorski, sophomore out of Boring, Oregon. Transfer from Clark College. So we got a line change coming in for the Saints. Jade Lieberg in the game for the first time tonight. Guy Pedra back in. Marat Guzlaki back in. So a young lineup out there. Affelwerk will run the point. The other guards, Lieberg and Pedra. In the front court, Lowell Chan, Marat Guzlaki. Affelwerk calls out the play. A minute left. Wouldn't mind seeing Lieberg get a bucket here, too, because I know this place is going to erupt. Lieberg from the corner, drives into a double team, kicks it out. Chan pump fakes, nice move inside, fade away, and he knocks it down.
Yeah,
I see why they like him.
Yeah, they do, and he's got some talent.
Gorski up the court, ball's loose. Lieberg after it, but the Knights keep it. Here's a drive to the lane, pump fake, shot up, and it's good. That was Thomas Miles with that one. 32 on the game clock, 30 on the shot clock. Here in this one, Saints lead 77-60. Affelwerk. Lieberg on the wing. Up top, Pedra. They're going to get it to Affelwerk in the lane. Affelwerk backing down. Comes off the dribble,
nice
off the glass, and in for
real
two.
Nice move by Malachi. Geez, that was a kind of a half spin and then spin back.
Mouse in the house.
Hand. Yeah.
Mouse in the house.
Mouse in the house.
Three-pointer in transition. Gorski knocks it down. 6 seconds left, and I imagine the Saints will dribble this one out. 79-63 will be the final score. And, Gary, any final thoughts on the game from today?
Good game. I like Warner Pacific's basketball team. They're going to have a good year. I can see how they played so well last night, and just a little bit better effort tonight by Carroll, and they just were not able to overcome Jovan and the rest of the defenders by Carroll. Just really a fun game to do, Daniel.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Don't forget, we got a lot of action still to go this weekend for Carroll Athletics. First off, Carroll Volleyball is on the road tomorrow in Havre. I believe that game starts at 2 p.m. That'll be the final game of the regular season before the Frontier Conference tournament next week. Also, tomorrow, 1 p.m., we'll have Carroll football hosting Southern Oregon. You and I will have the call for that one on radio on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. And you can check that out on the live stream Fighting Saints Network. And look at Bill Darcy bringing cookies to the other team.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy. But so a couple other things. Carroll women's basketball this Sunday against Corbin. Bill Pilgrim coaching the Warriors of Corbin. And that'll be a 1 p.m. tip-off here at the PE Center. That game time just got changed, I think, yesterday. But some travel concerns with Corbin. Here's the post-game stats for you, Gary. And go ahead and look at these real quick. Anything jumping out?
Well, let's see here. Carroll with only 9 turnovers for the game, which is really good with this time of year.
Jovan had 26 and 11 with 8 assists.
Oh, my goodness.
Holy cow, Gary.
Yeah.
Shamrock finished with 16 on 7 of 9 shooting after being in foul trouble the whole first half.
Those were all the second half. He didn't score the first half.
Man, oh, man.
Yeah.
That's an impressive showing from the Saints tonight.
Yeah.